Door County is a popular travel destination in Wisconsin all year round, but there are some extra reasons to visit the peninsula this time of year. Fall colors are peaking, orchards are blooming, and Halloween season is in full swing. For this month's Wandering Wisconsin, Lake Effect's Becky Mortensen speaks with Ann Sayers from Travel Wisconsin and AJ Frank to learn about some of the many harvest and Halloween activities happening in Door County.
AJ, you are the owner and operator of Door County Trolley Tours, and this time of year, you offer a Trolley of the Doomed Ghost Tour. So, what could people expect on one of these tours?
Well, they are much fun, but our ghost tour is in the evening, of course, because when else would you want to do a ghost tour? And it's about 10 stories that we take you to. We visit lighthouses, sunken ship story. We actually take you into a true haunted house, and we take you to other spirited buildings, visiting a gravesite as well. It's a wonderful tour that it takes you to 10 stories, and we tell you those stories. And these are not made up. Nobody's jumping out with chainsaws. These are real stories told right where they occur. So it's really a great tour for adults and kids. And these are stories passed down from generations of Door County citizens, and really some tourists that even can confirm a lot of these hauntings.
What's a true haunted house?
Well, haunted houses, as you see in movies, and maybe go to a local one around Halloween, are made up houses. The particular house we take you into is a true haunted house. In other words, we encourage people to bring cameras. We probably, I'm not kidding you, for the last 20 years, 7 to 8 times a week, we get emails and texts of pictures of this one house we talk you into. It is truly haunted. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, you see these pictures and they are really tell the story. It's really one of the true haunted houses. In fact, pictures upon pictures that we get confirm these hauntings.
So, you said this is a family-friendly tour. Like, what age would you recommend people attend?
Yeah, we recommend ages, 5 and up, but we have the parents use their judgment because there are 9 and 10-year-olds that just can't handle anything of scary nature. And we tell the parents to use judgments. And then there's 5-year-olds that are very mature. So we generally say 5 and up can purchase tickets. Any children under the age of 5 we do not allow on. But again, we use the parents to make their own judgment on their children.
Could you share one of your favorite haunted tales from the Door County Peninsula?
It is the story of Huey Melvin, who happens to be a child. And Huey Melvin was loved by the community of Fish Creek in the early 1900s, and he was beloved. As Huey Melvin was a small child, he eventually died of tetanus while sliding down the cellar door of his home. His home now is currently a bed and breakfast with some cottages. There is a story in one of these cottages that a family that come up to Door County for many years had always visited his grave site and left trinkets. One year, they did not visit Huey Melvin's gravesite because they were staying somewhere else. And there's a story of this particular cottage that he haunted that night. And that's the story of Huey Melvin, a great, great story and a great location. And the stone still exists. Will people visit his site? And after hearing our tour, we'll go back the next day or the following days and leave him trinkets of gifts on his gravestone like that family did years and years ago.
Okay. In addition to the ghost tours, Door County Trolley also offers a haunted pub crawl and a murder and mayhem tour. So what can you tell me about those experiences?
Again, great, wonderful tours. We started the haunted pub crawl because a lot of people wanted to take the ghost tour and they wanted to make it into more of a party. So many years ago, we said, well, we have many taverns here in Door County that have haunts. And I did some research and we said, well, let's make it an adult variety where they go to ghost story, but then they can go in and partake in another spirit, that one in a glass. So that one's really for 21 and older. You have to be 21 or older. But it's a hint to ghost stories and more about the fun type atmosphere. We play spooky music along the way. So it really becomes a fan favorite really in September, October. And it's a wonderful tour on the haunted pub crawl. And then the Murder Mayhem Tour is about 6 of our murderous crimes here in Door County. We run that year round, summer and fall. where we take you to 6 of our gruesome murders, and they're very intricate murders you would never think that would be in a sleepy little county like Door County. They're unbelievable what happened. So we actually take you to 6 murders. We tell you who did it, why they did it, what happened thereafter, any kind of murder mysteries or anything like that. As far as TV shows, you're going to love the Murder Mayhem tour.
So, and there are lots of other activities, Halloween and otherwise, going on in Door County throughout the month. So maybe after somebody has taken in the trolley tour, what are some other things they could do?
Yes, and I'm loving all of these ideas already, but I have a couple more for you for some more frights. There's the Red Barn Haunted Corn Maze. They're open every Friday night in October. It's a Forest attraction. It's way back in the field. It's full of surprises. So prepare yourself for a half mile of fear as you navigate the maze with only a black light. And you'll board a haunted hayride to and from the maze. And that's, of course, if you make it through the maze. And if you're sticking around Egg Harbor, you can also visit the Wood Orchard Market for seasonal flavors. Just taste apple cider donuts. I've already had a million this year. Browse the shelves of locally produced goods for cherry flavored everything, horseradish sauce, honey mustard, so much more. And the Wood Orchard Market also sells apple varieties that are hard to find elsewhere, like its newest introduction, which is the Smitten apple, and that is from New Zealand. And you might even want to try some seasonal craft brews. For that, you'd want to stop at the One Barrel Brewing Tap Room that's in Egg Harbor. One of their beers even pays tribute to the trolley that takes you to Door County's haunted spots. It's called the Door County Trolley Red Cherry Lager. And you can keep busy there by playing board games inside, or you can enjoy an evening around the outdoor fire pits. And for dog owners, note that you can bring your dog to hang out on their patio. I just did that this past weekend, and it was wonderful.
Have all those things. And then in addition, of course, we have our trolley tours where we run, a fall colored scenic tour. We do wine tours as well. But there's just so much to see and do in this county between wineries and distillery, live music outside. It's just a great place to be, whether you take a trolley tour or you just come up to do anything, because there's a lot to do up here, outside and inside.
So, Anna, it's hard to pick the right place to stay in Door County because there are so many beautiful options. But if people are planning an October trip to the area, where would you recommend they stay?
Okay, I have a couple recommendations for you. One are the newly modernized cottages at the Alpine Resort. The 1 to 3 bedroom cottages offer privacy and modern comfort right there on that lakeside setting. You can consider booking a tea time at the resort's century-old golf course, the Alpine, which is some of the most scenic golfing in Wisconsin, which is really saying something for our state. And guests can also climb aboard a schooner for a sailing trip, or you could catch live music, rent boats. There's so much to do at the Alpine Resort. And for those seeking a family-friendly option, consider the Newport Resort. That's centrally located in Egg Harbor, makes it a short walk to all the great shops and restaurants that are in that community. And they even have a game room and an indoor heated swimming pool for downtime.
If people aren't too full of their Halloween candy, where would you suggest people grab a bite to eat?
Yeah. Okay. So maybe grab breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Mezzanine. They have lots of local flavors and a fantastic setting. It's right there in the heart of Egg Harbor. You can take in the sunset on their rooftop patio. Try Wisconsin favorites with a Door County twist, such as the house breaded cheese curds that are served with, this sounds so good, lavender cherry chutney. Or you can go with pan-fried whitefish caught locally from the Bailey's Harbor Fish Company. If you need to fuel up for a hike, maybe grab a fresh bread and sandwich from McReady Artisan Bread Company. They prepare hearty sandwiches, high-quality ingredients, and of course, it's Door County, so you're going to find bread made with locally grown tart cherries and dried cranberries. And if the weather's a little cool on your visit, you can always warm up with one of their homemade soups of the day, and always save room for a cookie.
Door County is a really popular place to visit in Wisconsin all year round, but for both of you, why would you recommend people plan a trip to the area during the Halloween season?
Well, like I said, I was just in Door County this past weekend. The leaves are just starting to change. And no matter, whether you're there for the spooky things, which I highly recommend, but just fall in Door County is spectacular. And there's so much to do, whether you love the water, hiking, food and culinary arts, shopping. It's beautiful. And there's lots of festivals, and you're going to have a great time. Everyone in your travel party is going to walk away with a story to tell.
And for me, it is about the people that visit us in October. Yes, we have all the color and the beauty and the chill in the air. But really, when people come to Door County, they come with the expectation to have fun and relaxation. And you see it on their faces. And very few places do you find that. But especially in autumn, it's a time when people that come up to visit are just in the best mood. And it's great as somebody that owns a business and is around it. And I'm also a local and live here. It's the people that come up and the expectation and the joy they bring. And that to me is why everybody should come to Door County in fall.
All right. AJ and Ann, thank you so much for joining me on Lake Effect for Wondering Wisconsin.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me.
AJ Frank is the owner and operator of Door County Trolley Tours, and Sayers is the secretary of the Department of Tourism. They spoke with Lake Effect's Becky Mortensen for Wandering Wisconsin, a monthly conversation that helps you plan a trip right here in our home state.